Hey guys, this is the VW Nut Garage, the VW Nut 1967 channel. I'd like to thank you guys for being here. You're looking at a topless Ruby, not topless, Ruby without her roof rack on. We're gonna go ahead and wash her in the backyard, then bring her around inside and we'll get to making her show ready. So, part one, wash. Oh, so now we'll dry. So the first thing I'm gonna do now that the paint's dry is I'm gonna just put on like a Meguiar's cleaner wax. That's gonna help kind of take most of whatever's in the surface of the paint off. So we're gonna put that on real light first and take that off, and then we'll move on to putting a little Carnauba wax on there to make her shine. So there's no shortage of how-to videos and things like that on how to clean your chrome. No shortage of products that make it way easier. I do it on the cheap. I just went into the wife's stash in the kitchen and got her SOS pad. It's already got the good stuff in it. I mix it with a little bit of just regular Windex. Same thing with the windows. You can use any product you want to clean the windows. This is just what I use. So a little bit of music for you guys, a little bit of high speed, and I'll get to some elbow grease. Alright, so as you can see, the bumper and the pea shooters are definitely shinier than they were. We're going to let the wax dry a little bit. We'll do the same to the front bumper, and I'll bring you guys back. Alright, so it looks really shiny in the camera, and it's a pretty shiny car normally. There's a couple of spots I'm going to hit with the buffer and some compound and some swirl remover, and then we'll go ahead and we'll put another coat of wax on all the paint. So you guys will see all that happen high speed. I'll bring you back with updates as we move along. Alright, so you guys seen me buff the roof, and then I took my variable direction orbitable, or I don't even know, that one with a little bit of swirl remover. I'm going to do the other side right now, and then I'll put some Carnaubian wax on it. Alright, so that's all covered in carnauba wax. I'm going to let that dry on there a little bit. Normally when the wax is on Ruby, I go ahead and I do the wheels and tires at the same time. That way if I get some overspray from the tire shine onto the car, it's not directly onto the paint. Alright, I'm going to get a different rag, finish up with the wheels, then you guys will see me move to the inside. I gotta take some stuff out, and then I will get to vacuuming the inside, take the wax off, do the windows, put the roof rack back in, and we'll call it a day. We'll see you in a second. Take this small break to show you guys what the pit bull's up to. What are you doing, miss? Sunbathing? She was out here with me. She loves the noise of the vacuum, but I took her back. She helped herself back in there, so I just locked her up. We're gonna go ahead and vacuum the inside of Miss Ruby right now because it is destroyed. First, you gotta plug the vacuum into something. All right, now you got it. All right, so let's talk floor mats. These are just regular stock Volkswagen rubber floor mats for the Bug. Let me see if I can show you guys. There's even a part number right there for them. There's all sorts of ways you can clean them. You could spray them with the same stuff I put on the wheels and tires if you wanted. I just take a piece of, not Scotch-Brite, what's the other one? Scotch-Brite? Steel wool, not steel wool. Scotch-Brite? You guys know what I'm talking about. It's the green stuff in my hand. I just take a little bit of that. And that gets most of the heavy stuff off. And the gunk out. Gets the dirt loose. Because if you've ever put the tire stuff on your own floor mats, it's very slippery. And that's going to be good enough for me. Move on to the windows, then we'll get the wax off. Same story with windows, lots of different products, lots of different ways to do it. I'm going to show you guys the products I use and how I do it. Works for me. I don't always get them perfect, but this is how I do it. Alright, so I just regular old Windex, and this is a cloth baby diaper, a brand new one, not used or washed, or just a brand new. And I just give just a little bit on there. And then on the inside of the window, I go up and down because that's where the window crank is. And on the outside of the window, I go left to right. Because that way if I see streaks in the window, I know whether it's on the inside or the outside. And then the hardest thing to do is just you just kind of want to let that Windex sit for just a little bit. Then I just take any old towel and buff the window off. Make sure you don't lock yourself in the car. I don't know how it's coming out in the camera, but looks pretty good to me. A little spot right here. Nice. So I will just work my way around the car, doing the windows as I go. And when I bring you guys back, we'll take the wax off and put the roof rack back on. And she'll be ready to go. Alright, time to take the wax off. Patina's here now. Yeah, you guys see, she's here. Alright, I'm gonna put the rack on. Patina, are you still here? Are you still here? You got something to say? Tell me. What else? What else? That's it? Oh, that's a lot. You got problems? Is it between your ears, the problems? Yeah? Alright, thank you. Alright guys, well, I'd like to thank you again for hanging out with me here in the VW Nut Garage. There's one shiny Miss Ruby, and Miss Daisy, a little less shiny. Patina, of course, thinks that every time I'm talking and nobody's here, it's for her, so... I'm not sure what her problem is. Anyway, coming up next, there is 4 yards of dirt that needs to go on top of the garden. So that's probably the next video. And we'll see you in a couple days.